thought, what do you do with a whole bag of lemons? And I actually had a bit of a laugh because I was like, feels like a bit of an analogy to my life right now. Like when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. That's sort of how I feel with this whole breast cancer situation. Let's get into making some lemonade together. Whilst I'm cutting up all these lemons, I thought we could just have a bit of real talk about toxic positivity when it comes to cancer, because yeah, it's a real thing. And even though I make a joke out of making lemonade out of lemons, that's sometimes how it felt for me going through treatment for breast cancer. When it came to, I guess, how other people would, you know, make comments or you know, just say things, and look, don't get me wrong, they had best intentions. So what I'm trying to say is, these are maybe people that were in my life that, you know, hadn't been around people with cancer before and didn't know what to say or what to do. For example, they would say something like, you know, oh, you're so positive, or, you know, it's so great that you're staying positive because, you know, that's how you're going to get through it and that's how you're going to beat the cancer. And it just felt like at times that, you know, people didn't actually want to see the real, raw, you know, feelings and reality of what it's actually like to have breast cancer and to go through treatment. And I get it, because that was probably coming from a place of fear. Like, they wanted to see me doing well. You know, they didn't want to see those moments that I was literally crying on the floor, or, you know, throwing things and breaking stuff and having rages. They didn't see all those real, raw moments. And it just felt like sometimes you always had to be brave and you always had to be positive, and that just wasn't the reality. I was really fortunate in the outcome that I had, having received a full response to the chemotherapy. I received something called pathological complete response. So despite having a massive 7.5 centimeter tumor, when I went to surgery, there was no cancer left in my body. So not even a millimeter. And I'm so grateful for that, but not everybody receives that same outcome. And, you know, I don't think anybody goes through this not wanting to come out the other side. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is, you know, a positive mindset, I do think that's really, really helpful mentally to keep you going, to, you know, ensure that you can show up physically to these appointments, to the treatment, to the scans, to the specialists. But it sort of takes away with, oh, well, did people that didn't get that response, they weren't positive enough, or they didn't try hard enough. Like, that is just so not true. I'm really honest now, and I don't sugarcoat things. And hopefully it doesn't offend anyone, because like I said, these comments, a lot of the times, they come from a really good place, and they come from people that are typically close to you. And I've had to let go of a lot of, I guess, hurt or anger that I've held onto with, you know, some of the things that people did or didn't do, or things that they said or didn't say, because I just, you know, don't have time to hold on to that anymore. You know, I'm out here trying to live my best life. Yeah, you can't make lemonade out of everything. Like, some situations are just shit, excuse the French. And sometimes it helps to just accept that and be okay with that, and not try and make it out like something that it isn't. Another comment that I get all the time, and I still get it now, would be like, oh, you know, you look so good. And again, it comes from a place of people want you to look good, because it removes that fear. Like, of course, like, your loved ones want to see you looking good. They want to see you surviving. They want to see you getting through to the other side. But like, that's just not the reality. Even if I did look good physically, that is definitely not how I feel, either inside, you know, in my physical body, or mentally and emotionally. I am overall a pretty positive person, and I try and have an outlook that isn't realistic, but can also hopefully see the best in things, and and then beauty in life, because we are truly very blessed to be here. So that's my little motivational speech for today. Hey guys, so it's the next day and I'm actually at the hospital at the moment. Today has just been one of those days that happen in cancer world where you just don't expect. And to be honest, like, yeah, I'm going to keep it really real. It's just been shit. And it's 10 a.m. in the morning. And basically I was meant to have, well, still am potentially meant to have immunotherapy today. But last night I had a look at my blood test results that I have to get before any sort of treatment. And my cortisol levels were like so low, like dangerously low, which was just bizarre. And sort of explains why I've been feeling a bit off. I've been feeling really tired. And, you know, my sleep has sort of been out of whack. But you never really know what these things, sometimes what's causing it. Anyway, I was quite concerned when I saw that. So first thing this morning, I texted my breast care nurse and was like, this is not good. Like, there is no way I can get my treatment done today. What should we do? Should we get it retested this morning? So I ended up having, 2 needles this morning. Lucky me, didn't plan on having that today. And now we're waiting for the results. So I still don't know if I'm going to be able to get immunotherapy or not. So essentially, if the results come back that the cortisol is still really low, obviously I cannot go ahead. And that's just going to be extremely frustrating because it also means that there's something wrong and we need to figure out what's going on. If it comes back fine, then I guess I can, but I'm still a little bit nervous, to be honest, about going ahead with it, just because that reading for that blood test was just so off. I've just been crying, I'm overwhelmed, and it's just really, you know, something I wanted to share because it's so much of a contrast from yesterday. I was just, in a really good mood and having a great day, and today I've just been, you know, feeling very overwhelmed, stressed, anxious, crying, and just, to be honest, I really couldn't be bothered. Like, I actually nearly pulled the pin today. I was like, I don't want to get another freaking needle, another blood test. I just can't even be bothered with another problem that's come up, and now we've got to investigate further what's going on. Yeah, it's just shit. And sometimes it's just hard putting on a brave face. You just can't do it all the time. And today was just one of those days. You know, I know I'll be okay. I'm laughing now. I know, like, tomorrow I'll probably be like, yeah, everything's great. It's just such a roller coaster. Like, it's such a roller coaster. Yeah, and I don't even know what it is half the time. So it could be the fact that I've gone through something traumatic, you know, being diagnosed with breast cancer. It could be the fact that I'm just extremely tired. It could be that I am on different pills for different things. It could be that I'm in medical menopause. Like, I don't actually know. It could be all of them combined. So yeah, I really just wanted to share some of these raw moments that I have, because one of the things that I wanted when I created this channel was to actually just share the reality of what it's like going through breast cancer, whether that's, you know, through treatment, from diagnosis through treatment, to survivorship, to the physical, to the mental, to the emotional side effects. Like, I really just wanted to show all of that, not just the surface level. Take it one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, 1 minute at a time, and just keep moving forward. So thank you for listening.